Well, welcome back.
Good morning, John Montgomery once again. Third time's a charm. Woo! We kind of got this rigged up here.
It's just one of those days.
Yeah, we're not going to do any more introductions.
Okay.
No more talk. We've already talked about how beautiful things are here in the community. Thank you, folks on Radio Land, for being patient here. I tell you, they thought we were joking when we said the theme, First Friday Chat with the Mayor.
Yeah.
We can't guarantee it, but we'll give it our best shot. So that's what we do. Who in the world would have ever thought that literally the holder that holds the camera would literally bust out? So anyway, like I said, you can't make it up. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen here this morning. So, but no, it's a great morning. We appreciate everybody's patience. For the folks that tried to watch the first two episodes, I think they were deleted, but we're back here with you today. We got a lot to talk about, John, so without any further ado, we're going to jump into our first and only guest,
Yes.
one of our repeating guests today, because we all know what it is here in the month of September, right?
It is Corn Festival.
It's Corn Festival month. That's
We love
right.
Corn Festival.
That's right. Everybody looks forward to the Corn Festival. It's the biggest event of the year.
Yes.
It's what so many people, they literally mark it on their calendars that live here in the community. Folks that have moved away from the community, they come back. So yes, it's usually, I won't say always, but most of the time, pretty much since the Rotary Club has picked it up, it's definitely stayed the third week of September. Mm-hmm. So like we do every year, we have our friends from the Rotary Club that come and join us, kind of talk about what to expect this year. So we're going to jump to them as our guests, and then we'll get into debriefing the rest of the things here on the list. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show this morning.
The one and only.
On the third attempt here, Patrice and Steve, welcome.
Should I go?
Come on in.
Could we hurdle over?
Yeah.
I mean, are you?
Come around here. Come
Oh, okay.
around here. There we go.
I don't want to knock anything
There
over
we
and
go.
make it.
You don't want to knock over any cameras?
Come right here, Steve.
Right here?
Yeah.
Yep. And
Okay.
here. Yeah.
Okay,
We're
Thank
good
you.
to go.
we're in.
I'm going to move this just a little bit for us.
Laptop there.
Laptop lid. There we go. Welcome to the show, guys. Boy, what a heck of a morning here. We've
Thanks
had
for
Ric
having us.
Flair here. We've had all kinds of things early in the bloopers, but no, we appreciate you being back on the show. It's always a good time. I know you guys work tirelessly, thanklessly, year-round. You guys promote. You guys raise funds. You guys coordinate. You set up logistics. My gosh, what a big job it is to be a member of the Rotary Club. And tell us about the exciting 2023 Corn Festival.
Well, we have, I think for sure the best lineup that we've ever had, with some help of some great sponsors again this year. Steve, you want to talk about the
Opening
yeah,
night,
go ahead with the entertainment.
we have Mr. Blue Sky and Electric Light Orchestra tribute
Nice.
coming out of St. Louis, complete with the strings. It's going to be really
Sweet.
wild. And then Thursday night is our headliner, David Lee Murphy.
Nice.
Is he out of Nashville, I believe?
I believe so. I believe also I saw recently he was a CMA award winner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a 90s country star, David Lee Murphy. I thought
gonna be a
you
huge
brought a little
night.
bottle tonight with a little dust on it.
Well, I got the dust off my
You got the
bottle.
dust off the bottle. All right. Yeah, for a lot of you folks that might not remember,
We got to be ready.
that's right. And what else are we going to be doing? We're going to be looking for a
Party crowd.
that
Party
night.
crowd.
Yeah,
It's going to be a
exactly.
fun night.
Yes, David Lee Murphy, 90s country star. A lot of folks might remember. And if you're anything like me, sometimes you know the artist and sometimes you know the song. Sometimes you know both. But yeah, he's 90s country star. David Lee Murphy recently was awarded CMA Award. And two of his most famous songs are Little Dust on the Bottle and Looking for or Party Crowd. So
And
yeah.
I think he's being inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame this year too.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
announced.
Yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
that's really neat. Well,
This is really cool, and he's coming to our festival.
we have to ask you about that because normally you have done cover bands, but now you're bringing a real star here in David Lee Murphy. Why him and what brought his name up to come?
Well, we just thought that was an excellent choice. We like to thank the city for their support
Yeah.
and help, Mayor Lamb and Ember. Hunt, they helped us with that too.
Very good.
Yeah, we'd kind of
We
talk, we
appreciate
always try to partner with the
Yeah.
Rotary Club. We try to help them with logistics. We try to help them with sponsorships and things like that. And we thought, this year, let's just try to bring somebody in, kind of
Fantastic.
of a name. So
That's
we're
the
kind of
first
giving it a
time.
shot.
Yeah.
So
We're excited.
So if folks want that to continue, they definitely need to be at the festival. They need
right.
to get their bracelets. They need to get that to support it. So, these guys have done a great job bringing in a lot of the tribute bands because they're so talented. They really are. It's a type of entertainment you just really don't get in the area. And, when you travel around, and then to bring in David Lee Murphy this year, I just think it's a good compliment. So we appreciate you working with us there, and
Thank you.
looking forward. That's Sullivan night on Thursday,
Yes.
September 21st.
Okay, sounds good. Awesome. Can't wait for that. That'd be a good one.
Then we roll into Friday night. We have two acts, one show. We have an Elton John tribute and Billy Joe tribute.
Nice.
So that should be fun. The guy, Walt Wise, that does the show, plays Disney World a lot. He's pretty tough. And he was here probably 5 or 6 years ago with just the Elton John, but he's doing the combination show. So that should be fun.
That'd be awesome.
Sure.
Then ending the festival with a bang is the Prince tribute coming out of Atlanta, Georgia.
It won't be raining purple,
Oh
will it?
man,
Purple Madness.
Purple Madness.
All right.
They play over the United States, House of Blues, Vegas, everywhere. So that'll be quite the show too.
Absolutely.
Sure.
That sounds awesome.
So that's the entertainment for the week. That's Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. And then obviously the Corn Festival, you have a lot more than that. You're going to have food vendors. You're going to have the carnival and things like that. Tell us a little bit outside of entertainment what to
So
expect.
Lures Ideal Rides will be back. Sullivan favorite, clean, great family run business for, I think they're at 65 years now.
About as old as the festival.
Yeah, a lot of people know Andy and Lorelei by their first names. They've been here so many years, so we're glad to have them back. We have Chum Chariot, Potato Heads, The Huddle, Street Bistro. I'm trying to think of
Many
some of the
more,
food
yeah.
trucks. A lot of food. Boba Tea. Can you think of anybody else off the top of your head?
There's a
I
bunch
miss it.
of
There's
them
a
coming.
bunch.
There'll be a
Food
lot to
trucks,
eat.
vendors, so-
Hey,
Yeah, it'll
we're
be
full.
great.
We're full of food vendors this year. We're not accepting anymore. We are full.
that's great.
We actually have a waiting list of people to get in for food vendors. We still do have some spots open for, if somebody just wants to set up. We have everything from some people selling house plants to little novelties. Some candle setups. Anybody, if you're looking for just a small vendor space,
Other than food.
we still
Sure.
do have a few spots open there. But
Okay.
yeah, I think it's going to be a really full festival, both places.
Clint, look at these beautiful
I know, and I think I got one, but I think we got so distracted this morning. We definitely want a couple of those shirts. Those are phenomenal.
Thank you.
Green, got the big corn 2023 Corn Festival, and every year you guys put something together with a type of a theme and a logo. So if you know what, where did the logo come from this year? Just kind of your group, or?
Well, this is
Patrice.
the party crowd
Yeah.
T-shirt.
All right,
And,
all right.
so of course that is inspired by David Lee Murphy
Yes.
coming to
Yeah.
Sullivan,
Yes.
and we're actually going to give away a couple of party crowd packages. We've
Yeah.
had so many great people on our Facebook page that have shared our event
Yes.
poster over 700 times.
Wow.
So we promised that if we got up to 700, we were going to do some giveaways, and we decided to do it here with you guys
Yeah,
today. So.
awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. We'd love to have some giveaways. And also, real quick, before we jump to the giveaways, kind of going back to the festival, we talked about the entertainment, we talked about the vendors, we talked about the rides.
Grand Marshal.
But the big
We've
one
got
there,
a big
yeah,
one.
Saturday. Every year, it's such a tradition. The Corn Festival Parade. What day? That is Saturday, September 23rd.
Yes.
At 1 o'clock.
At
kickoff.
1 p.m. And it's going to start at Sullivan High School, come down Section Street. I think most people in the community already know it, but if you're watching and going to come that day, that's where that's at. And the Grand Marshal this year is
Alan Pierce.
Alan
lifelong
Pierce.
resident, business owner, Board of Public Works, just a good servant to the community for many years.
Absolutely, and I
We thought
believe
that was an excellent choice.
Mr. Pierce, he just had a big birthday party
Oh,
here
yeah.
this summer as well. So yeah, we won't say how old Mr. Pierce, board member Pierce is, but you're right, and we appreciate that you guys selecting him as the Grand Marshal. Steve, you nailed it. He's been a longtime business owner. He's helped so many people throughout the community. When you think of taking time to care, the city's motto, Alan Pierce, is exactly what that means.
Super
for sure,
gentleman.
definitely.
Everyone loves him in
Yeah.
the community.
Super gentleman.
And we also have a South Shore drill team coming back this year.
We do.
So that'll
We do.
be fun. That's a crowd pleaser.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'd also like to mention we have a hometown hero honoree as well as the Grand Marshal this year.
Nice.
And that's Paul Purcell.
Oh, okay.
And he is the oldest living veteran in Sullivan County. And our parade theme this year is 100 years of service. And this gentleman is 98 years old.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
he'll also be heading up the
That'll
parade
be neat.
with Alan.
Yeah.
98
so
years old,
nice.
Paul Purcell. So congratulations to him as
World
well.
War II veteran.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Probably not a whole lot of WW2 veterans left.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Yeah, I know my grandfather served, and was your father in World War II, or
No.
he didn't serve in World War II? I know my grandpa Biddle served in World War II. I just know there was a lot of folks from Sullivan County that were overseas. You know, back in World War II, there was a quick story. My grandpa Biddle actually ran into Tom Vickery in Europe. Just they bumped into each other like on a weekend pass. I mean, two Sullivan boys on the other side of the world bumping into each other. So a lot of World War II stories. So we appreciate Paul, his service, the 100 years of service, and we're glad that we have him. For sure.
We don't want to forget the Turtle Derby.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was my next question before we got into the giveaway. I didn't know if you brought any slips with you today or if you can drop some off, because you know I always sponsor 5.
Yeah.
You got to have the 5, and that's such a good time. A lot of people have a lot of fun, a lot of prizes.
We will be selling the turtle sponsorships starting the beginning of next week, right after the Labor Day holiday. So
nice.
they can pick those up at Springer Insurance, or our Rotary Club will be out peddling those to places,
Very good.
dropping those off and selling those.
Yeah.
Turtle Derby, that is going to be on Saturday, September 23rd at 11.
11 o'clock in front of Sullivan Furniture.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. It's a fun time.
Well, very good.
For sure.
Can't wait for the Corn Fest. We
That's
love
right.
The Corn
So, like I said, Sullivan Corn Festival coming up the third week of September, September 18th. No. Yes. 18th. No.
20th through the 23rd.
20th through the 23rd. There you go. I was looking
It's
at next
usually
year. I was so
around-
excited for
it's in the
24 that I was looking at next year's calendars. Yes. So you see the dates there. It's the third week September, Wednesday through Saturday, September 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. Come out, enjoy the carnival, come out, enjoy the music, the food, the entertainment, the Turtle Derby, and all the other festivities that go on that weekend. Usually we hope and pray for good weather, because
Yes.
usually it is, but it's a fall-like festival. Well, it's in fall, so it's not fall-like. It's a fall festival, and it's just a great time here in Sullivan.
Yeah, pray for good weather, because
Yes.
all of our entertainment gets paid, whether we have it that
Rain or
night or
shine,
not.
show up or
So
not.
everybody buys their tickets with no refunds. So
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
pray for good weather.
I
Yeah,
would like to take a moment and thank all of our generous sponsors
sure.
in the valley that help fund this festival. Couldn't do it without them. So
more
thank-
sponsors this year than any other
Ever.
year.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Fantastic.
I think that's a testament to the hard work of your club and how big this festival is. It really isn't just a Sullivan County Corn Festival. I mean, it's a regional draw.
Yeah, you hear a
and
lot of
and
people from all over
beyond.
the place.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we appreciate
Thanks
in the
for you
city of
guys'
Sullivan the
support, too.
economics that brings and the people that it brings, all the people that gather in the downtown area. So looking forward to another corn festival this year. And without any further ado, let's jump into the.
So right before the giveaways,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure everybody knows that they can purchase their carnival pre-sales $20 before, up until the day of the festival. So
Okay.
up until the festival really starts. And they're $20. That's for the carnival, but they're $30 at the festival. So get them before the festival starts. They
Sure.
can get them at Handpicked Cars. They can get them at Springer Insurance, or they can get them at First Farmers Bacon Trust.
Okay.
Also, the 4-day passes for the concerts will save you a bunch of money. If you get these 4-day passes, they're $35, so that's less than $10 a night.
Okay.
If you have to buy them at the gate, they're $20 a show. So big savings if you buy them in
no
advance.
Sure, yeah.
So without
absolutely.
further ado, I'm going to let you guys draw. And these names, are in from all of the 700 shares that we've
Okay,
had on
wow.
Facebook.
Wow.
So
And they're going to win.
let's see. So the first two are going to be, we're going to give away a Corn Festival 4-day pass and a t-shirt. So I'm going to let you draw two. There'll be
Awesome.
two winners of that. They can pick up these prizes at Handpicked Cars or Springer Insurance. So the first one,
Corn Festival.
4-day
2-day
pass,
4-day pass.
and a Party Crowd t-shirt.
All right. Don't do any drum roll. We don't want to hit
No.
the table and knock over the phone.
I mean, you're like one of the main people if you're in the
All
Party
right.
Crowd.
4-day pass and t-shirt. Lynn Arnott. Congratulations, Lynn
Lynn
Arnott.
Arnott.
Yeah.
Woo!
So there's one. That goes to Lynn.
Thank you.
We'll set this over here. Side here. We'll definitely get this poster also stuck up here at
Thank you.
Sullivan City Hall for you as well.
Let you draw.
And the second winner is
Second Party Crowd.
the Party Crowd package is Anna Wilson.
Anna Wilson.
Anna Wilson.
All right.
Yay! Congratulations, Anna.
Congratulations.
You are winning a t-shirt and also another pass.
And then we're going to give away 2 David Lee Murphy
Okay.
passes together.
All right. So we got
So-
2 of them. So you and a friend, you and a spouse, you and whatever can go on Thursday night.
Hey, and don't forget, kids 16 and under are free to the concert.
There you go. 16 and under, no charge to get in. Passes $35 for the entire week. That includes David Lee Murphy and a lot of great time. Why am I taking this much time? Like if I keep going around them, I'm going to
Somebody's going to drop the camera if you don't hurry up.
Kidding. Angela Hobbs Gunn. Angela Hobbs Gunn, congratulations. You have a bracelets for 2 to the Party Crowd. David Lee Murphy, Dust on the Bottle, Thursday night, September 21st.
And the last, let's do those together.
Together. Okay, you're going to win 2 bracelets for the carnival for one night. So you can come down to the plaza and rock, and then you can ride. We'll be rocking and rocking and riding, baby, at the Sullivan Corn Festival.
On the Avalanche.
Barbara Clark, congratulations, Barbara Clark. You are the winner.
That's nice.
You are the winner of 2 overnights. You want to give away this thing too? All right, we're going to set this up out here. Once again, the Sullivan Corn Festival going on. David Lee Murphy, great entertainment, the Corn Festival Parade, and a big thank you to all of the sponsors. And really, they sponsor, you're getting more sponsors, but it's so important. If you are in the public and you enjoy the festival, one way you can say thank you is stop in, patronize a lot of the businesses, or if you see any of the corporate sponsors, be sure to say thank you. I'm sure they appreciate that.
Right.
And a lot of them come in year after year. I'm sure you have sponsors that have been here for 5 years, 10 years, they're the ones you can always go to. So we appreciate that. So
Yeah,
once
we
again, the
appreciate
2023 Corn Festival. Thanks again, guys, for being on the show. Thanks for coming every year,
Thanks
for
for
continuing to
having us.
put this on.
Always
Yeah,
good to
thank
see
you.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Good luck.
seeing
Good
you.
luck with the rest of your show.
Yeah, no problem.
Go right out that way, Steve. Thank you.
Yeah, watch the light. Watch the light. Don't
Thank you,
bump the
Mayor.
table. Thank you, Mr. Entertainment.
Thank you.
I might have to rewatch the show to
Are we
remember.
going
Yeah,
up
to
this way?
remember who the.
Got it.
Oh, this way.
Okay.
Be
Thank
careful
you.
there.
See, David.
Well, that was entertaining.
Yeah, that was entertaining.
Well,
Not quite as entertaining as fallen cameras, but hey, yeah, no, it's always a good time, and we appreciate it.
Absolutely. We appreciate the Rotary Club for sure. My
Yeah,
goodness.
because we talk about how the sponsors are there year in and year out. I'm just going to
Yes.
throw out Honest Abe Roofing, Brampton Brick, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Ray Bestis, Sullivan County Tourism, of course, the City of Sullivan, Sullivan Lofts, Bob Baszler and his great staff, Duke Energy, Hoosier Energy, Walmart, Renewables, Handpicked Cars, Springer Insurance, Sullivan County Community Hospital, and Great Dane. They are the big entertainment sponsors for the week. And no, we really appreciate that because like they said, it couldn't be done without the corporate sponsorships for sure. So yeah. So John, it was a great time. They come on every year. We always have a good time when they come on the
sure
show.
do.
And when we say every year, that means those are committed individuals
Yes.
that are still around. A lot of civic organizations, go through ups and downs. You see it in the chamber. We see it in tourism, the heart of Sullivan. different people kind of come and go, but these two here, they're committed to the cause.
Absolutely,
and they
yeah.
just make it bigger and better every year.
I'm not sure exactly when Steve and the Rotary Club took over this event. I know it's been a while now, but before it was the JCs.
The
had it
JCs,
for a long time, and
for many years.
And they did a great job on that too. But the Rotary has taken it to a new level for many years now. So all kudos to them. They do a wonderful job.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm sure they're always looking for members. The Sullivan Rotary Club, I believe, they meet once a week. So if you want to help be a part of the Corn Festival or the Rotary Club in general, be sure to reach out to them, and they would love to sign you up, become a member. A lot of people have a lot of thoughts and a lot of ideas to try to enhance the festival or make some changes to the festival or whatever the case may be. So, get involved in the Rotary Club and be a part of that. All of our civic organizations definitely always need a lot of support and help. So, for
All right,
sure.
we have so many other things to talk to. The bullpen came in for a little bit. And we talked a little bit on the radio anyway about the pool.
Yeah, Labor Day weekend, another successful year, the first complete. And I know J.D. Wilson, he was on the radio here a few minutes ago. Didn't make it to Facebook land, but he'll have plenty of time to be in Facebook land, I guarantee you, over the next 4 years or so. So yeah, you'll be able to see him. But yeah, Labor Day. It's great. Full season at the Sullivan City Pool. A lot of laughter, a lot of kids, a lot of families, senior citizen luau's, you name it. It happened this year at the Sullivan City Pool, and we appreciate Sarah Hannon, the job that she does, and the great staff. And they're going to be wrapping it up another season. This Labor Day is actually the last day this coming Monday. So if you haven't been out to the pool yet this year, you can do it this weekend. They're going to be open Saturday, Sunday, and then we're going to wrap things up on Labor Day.
And tell me about the Labor Day run this coming Monday.
Yeah, speaking of Labor Day, of course, something near and dear to my heart, that's Golden Arrow cross country.
Sure.
Whether I was a former runner, Kennedy ran in junior high, Dawson ran in high school. I kind of try to help out with the distance runners on the track team. So obviously that's near and dear to me. So always definitely want to be sure to give a shout out to the Golden Arrow cross country program, and a way that you can support these folks. We love our football program. We love basketball. We love baseball. And those have always kind of been the big three. But you, John, how hard our Lady Arrows, whether it's tennis, they've done a great job.
Absolutely.
Softball, our wrestlers, you've covered wrestlers in cross country. A lot of these other sports, volleyball, these sports that might not get all the recognition and support, they are just as vital, just as important. And a way the community can support them, even if you're not a runner, come out to the annual Labor Day run going on this Labor Day, this Monday morning. I believe registration starts at 8 with a race at 9. And don't be scared when they call it a race, because it can be a walk as well. A lot of people just want to come out and walk that morning. Bring your strollers, push your strollers, bring your friends, bring your whole company, right? Do it as a morning get together. Come downtown Sullivan, do the walk or run. I believe you register at Sullivan High School. It usually starts in front of Dollar General. And then while you're in town, maybe afterwards, go to lunch or a late brunch. So make it a Labor Day morning and support the Sullivan High School cross country program, because I've been following them a little bit. They've got some pretty decent runners. Yeah.
The girls in particular have some great runners.
Absolutely. Yeah. So the cross country program, they've got some pretty good, and I think they got some folks coming up through the junior high ranks. So yeah, definitely support them. I can't say enough about the cross country program. That is this Monday morning. So go run, go walk, sweat, get something to eat, and then run down and jump in the pool and cool off. You can do it this Monday here in Sullivan. It's going to be a great Labor Day like it is every year. So John, also I want to jump. We had a couple proclamations. We talk about the month of September.
Okay.
I asked you earlier, what's September known for? And it's the Corn Festival here locally, but it's also known for Suicide Awareness Prevention Month.
Okay.
And I was able to, I was honored to be able to proclaim the month here in the city of Sullivan here in September, and had a lot of great folks here in the mayor's office the other day. You can see that coverage on WTHI, and then also I believe there's a post on the City of Sullivan's Facebook page. You can see all the folks that were there. But John, and I'm sure that group is probably tired of hearing me say it. There was also a great proclamation yesterday, and I said the same thing here down on the south side of the Sullivan Square, and that was for what? Mental Health Awareness Month, I believe, the month of September as well. So it's not only suicide prevention, but we also did another proclamation yesterday for Mental Health Awareness Month through the month of September. Today, September 1st, we're going to light it up purple here at City Hall, and hopefully we can light up the city pool purple for the entire month of September.
Nice.
Make sure that's programmed. If you go by City Hall in the evening time, you can see the lights, how it lights up. Sometimes it's
Yes.
different colors.
Yes.
But in honor of those 2 months, or the two issues that I brought up there for the month of September, mental health awareness and suicide prevention awareness, we're going to light it up purple. And like I said, back to what I said many, many times before, you can have wonderful swimming pools, you can have Labor Day runs, you can have corn festivals, you can have civic centers, revitalize downtown, you can pave streets, which we're going to talk about, you can put in trails, new lighting, banners, all the things that we always discuss on this show. The physical aesthetics of your community and infrastructure. But if the spiritual and the emotional well-being of your citizens isn't there, then, John, really a lot of that doesn't mean anything. I've been a proponent for the last 11 years and 8 months, and before that, advocating for the greater good and knowing that our number one asset is the people of the community. So whether it's a random act of kindness, showing somebody, you just never know. We heard a very heartwarming story the other day about a gentleman that was contemplating taking his life just this week. And actually one of the gals that were here that day, Lisa Stepro, she came upon this individual. You talk about God putting her in the right place at the right time. And I don't want to tell all the details of the story, but it was just very heartbreaking to hear. But it was also heart-inspiring to know that their work is making a difference. It's more than just the mayor sitting here signing a piece of paper. It's got to be genuine. And these folks, these soldiers, these greater good advocates are put not just in a meeting room, but they're out and display, and they're just watching out. They know the signs, came across somebody that was literally contemplating taking their life. And we had a prevention there just this past week. So and they are making a difference. So sometimes in the world of doom and gloom and the polarization and nastiness, and you start to wonder what's going on, know that there are so many great individuals that are, and it's more than a mayor, that are committed to the well-being of, especially of the folks that might be struggling here in our communities.
Let's talk about the blacktop here, because you talked about a minute ago about blacktopping some more here in town. So where's that going to be at? $1 million, $1 million going to be spent here in the city of Sullivan, courtesy of the community crossings. We talked about that. We talked about the award, but now it's finally time to come to execute and do the paving. So if you've been around the city, you've probably seen some pink flags on the side or stakes in the ground. That was obviously doing some work, getting ready with right-of-way work, things like that. You've probably seen a lot of concrete work. I think they've been touching up a few curbs here and there, doing some sidewalk replacement in areas that are needed. Unfortunately, you can't go in and just replace every sidewalk. $1 million only goes so far when it comes to blacktop and doing things like that. So some folks might be upset, well, hey, you didn't get my approach, you did this. Well, it was all because of engineering coming in. What was the worst? How is it going to line up and things like that? But yeah, blacktop, I think multiple streets. We have listed those streets that are going to be blacktop this year. I know some people will probably jump on the show and say, what about this street or what about that street? Unfortunately, we can't add any streets now. The streets have already been taken care of for the year, and that they've been done in a manner that has been recommended by our engineers. It's a Paiser rating. So while I think my street's bad or you might think your street's bad, actually technically an engineer comes in and really evaluates on street traffic, on number of cars, things like that, the time it's taken, how thin it is. And we're looking forward to that here in the next couple of weeks. Stay tuned. I did see a blacktop crew in and actually paved the alley there behind, I wanted to say Dr. Severe's office, but it's Hawkins Law in La Pichinga to get in back there. So that's already been done. So if you're seeing some of that, stay tuned for that blacktop, and then blacktop more for the years to come. On the radio, we talked about the hospital 5K run, but we didn't get a chance to get it on the Facebook. So maybe you could just touch upon that just a little bit coming up here.
That's right. September 16th at 8 a.m. is the Sullivan County Community Hospital 5K. Be sure to jump in and take advantage of that opportunity. I believe there's some things on Facebook about that. I don't actually have a flyer for that in front of me, but I do know September 16th at 8 a.m. Hospital 5K. So you got a chance. And once again, you don't have to run. You could walk and support a great cause. Be sure to check out their social media and check that out for sure.
And a big day coming up for the city, the hotel. I mean, give us the update.
Yeah,
on that.
absolutely. Obviously, it's been announced. It's been all over the media. We've been talking about it for several years. It's the downtown hotel that was supposed to have broke ground in the spring of 2020. Of course, we all know the world came to an end. Mm-hmm. There have been 3 feasibility studies actually done since 2017 to show the need. Choice Hotels thinks there's a need. Mainstay thinks there's a need. Sleep Inn thinks there's a need. Tourism, Chamber, the region thinks there's a need. Mr. Hicks thinks there's a need. And once again, I continue to always toot their horn, but First Farmers Bank and Trust not only sponsoring the Corn Festival, but also stepping up in a huge way to partner with Mr. Hicks to make this a reality. Also, Governor Holcomb's administration with the READY program. If it weren't for the $1 million from the READY, which that READY first version was funded in part by the American Rescue Plan. So once again, you had the Biden bug, so to speak, and with Governor Holcomb's very creative and innovative READY program kind of put together. And then READY 2.0, it's my understanding, is going to be coming out here soon, that does not include American Rescue Plan money. It was so successful that the administration decided to continue to move forward with that. So we appreciate our friends at the IEDC and the Holcomb administration, our friends here in the Wabash River RDA that have put these major projects together. The building we're sitting in now, John, part of the Central Plaza corridor to the Sullivan City Pool, and now the downtown hotel. All these things would never have been possible without the support, obviously, of Mr. Hicks, the entities I just mentioned, and the READY 1.0 program, and hopefully showing how successful Sullivan's been. Here's a little plug. READY 2.0, we're coming. So be ready. I know the next administration is looking forward to that, to keep the progress rolling and chase every dollar we possibly can. So yes, that is the major finally going to happen. We believe tentatively it's going to be the last week of October.
Okay.
Probably around noon.
Okay.
It's just getting everybody's schedules together. John, we got to check your schedule first and foremost
I plan on being there,
to make sure you're going to be there. But it's going to be an official groundbreaking. I will say this, if the contractors have time to go ahead and do some excavating ahead of time, you might already see some things going on.
Okay.
But I've learned in this line of work to never really for sure give dates, but right now we are scheduled the last week of October for official groundbreaking, trying our best here to wait till after September 23rd.
Yes.
To be able to go over.
Yes.
And speaking of that, the great thing about the hotel, this will not hinder the Corn Festival whatsoever. There's some, been some, is it going to come onto the south part? Barely over on the west side, but it will not affect the green space. It's such a valuable asset to our community to have the green space. And it was one of the reasons the hotel wanted to come. The Sullivan Civic Center was the big one, and then the green space. So they definitely don't want to hinder that. Matter of fact, it will enhance that. So now when you're here for a multi-day festival, you can stay right there, pop right at your hotel room, and you're here in downtown area for the festival.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. Once again, mark your calendars. We'll talk a little more about that in October. Maybe we can have Mr. Higgs
That'd be a good
come
idea.
on the show to give more details. So that's an
idea.
October groundbreaking towards the end. So that's what's coming up. John, we're probably running close here on
about 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, close here on time, but we did have a few past events this summer. That was the the BBQ or the wine brew and barbecue too, or something like that in that manner. Meyer Winery kind of came together and partnered with some other entities. The Lions Club was a big sponsor there. The City of Sullivan helped put that on.
Was involved.
The hospital, they had a kids zone. So it was a great time. John, I think you broadcast live from the Sullivan Civic Center that day. And I do know that this week, right here at this table, we had a group of people come together and we kind of had a debrief of what everybody liked about the festival. We talked about what, maybe we could tweak and change for next year, trying to pick a date for next year. I don't think they came up with the date next year, but you do have a group of individuals that are ready to do it again next year. It was a success. So, if you didn't make it out, be sure to check that out next year. And for the ones that didn't make it out, I'm pretty sure you had a good time that day.
It was a nice day. Yeah, it was a little warm that day, but it was a nice day.
Yes, it was very hot, and that's what they talked about. Maybe some more shade next year or changing it to a different time of the year. We're not sure, but we're looking into that. And I know had some great entertainment. Joe Wright played that day there at the in the Civic Center, I think earlier, and then the East Side Yacht Club.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Neil Smith and Mike Gorgas and company, they played that evening. So I know I had a lot of good feedback that it was good entertainment, good time, and it's great to see maybe that festival kind of get up and build up and get going.
It'll get better and better every year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that sounds great. This is our monthly chat with the mayor here on WNDI and also live on Facebook. I'm John Montgomery with our mayor, of course, Clint Lamb. It's kind of sad to think we may be winding this show down here.
We're kind of winding down, John. It's the final four, baby.
I tell you, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I mean, this has been a major part of my life.
It has been. Yeah, tell me about it. The First Friday Chat, just the city itself, obviously, has been a major part of my life for my entire life.
Sure.
Yeah, we're 121 days, John, but who's counting?
Yeah.
Right? You know, it is September 1st, so December 31st we'll be wrapping down this administration, but we won't be wrapping down the progress of the city, and that's the great part. I know mayor-elect, I guess, is the official title. And, you know, we've talked about that. And JD said, well, how am I elect? There was an election. I said, well, it doesn't matter. I mean, the election has been settled. So without the incoming mayor, we might refer to him as the incoming mayor instead of Mayor-elect Wilson. Incoming Mayor Wilson will be taking office January 1st. I'm really excited about that as a citizen to sit back and watch that. And we'll talk about that more over the next few months. But the thing about it is, I've said before, you'll get to see the progress of our terms continue. But at the same time, there's going to be kind of a new direction as well, right? New ideas, because, you know, just because one way to do things, it doesn't mean it's the right way. So I'm looking forward to seeing some of the new ideas, maybe seeing some of the things that, looking back, oh my gosh, we wish we'd have done and just didn't be able to follow through on. And the next mayor will be able to do those things as well. So wrapping down these final four. Our October show will be 3. Then November show will be our next to last. And then December, it will be the final show here at First Friday Chat.
Yeah. So it's been great, though. This has been a wonderful show. It's been so well received by everyone, whether you watch it on Facebook or listen to it on the radio. People talk about this show all the time. They have comments about the show. But this show has done what we wanted it to do. It has informed the public what's going on.
Absolutely, because, you know, nothing against our friends in television media or the printed press, I've said that, but, you know, they'll quote you on this, or you talk for a half hour to the television, and then they only have about 30 seconds to get your message on, and then out of the 30 seconds, you get about 10 seconds of it. So overall, they've done a pretty good job over the last 12 years. I can't complain. I don't think the press is the enemy of the people by any means. They might be biased a little bit at times, or might not get everything 100% correct. But overall, at the end of the day, they're trying to capture John, what happens even in city government, these issues are so complex. You know, we come on here, we try to make it look pretty simple. Yeah, they're blacktopping here in a few weeks. We could have a 3-hour show and maybe not cover all the little details of how you even got to that blacktop. Or making sure when you hang up a flower basket that it is placed, you have to move them around because of the sun. This one might be in the shade. This one might be here. Do you water in the morning? Do you water in the evening? Do you use a Miracle Grow? Do you do all these things? Do you have the right staffing? Does your truck break down, your water truck, and you have to make, the public comes and sees the flowers going. The public's going to see the guys out plowing the streets this winter. The public's going to come out and see sidewalk crews and concrete crews. And it's just going to be there. But I assure you, this stuff just doesn't fall out of the sky. It's a lot more complex. But this show, I think, John, has kind of wrapped things up. And to let the people know, inform the people, and also entertain. We try to make it enlightening and entertaining, especially when you think all hell's breaking loose when cameras go down, when you're live on the air. So we've had some technical difficulties over the years, John. We hope that's right. We hope these next 3 months it'll be problem free. But it's been a great show. I've had a good time doing it. Love the guests. You know, Steve and Patrice, they've been on multiple times. And also, as we're wrapping up the show, I also want to give a shout out to a special buddy of mine, close family friend, and also a gentleman that's worked several summers here with the City of Sullivan, because if you remember this past summer, we had a gentleman that worked in the mayor's office in the summer before, working in the mayor's office, and we are big proponents of promoting the younger folks in our community to get involved. This gentleman was not on the planning or intern/planning, but he worked for the DPW over the last several years, and to see him start to blossom here, and that's Mr. Tipton Davis. Want to give him a shout out this morning. I saw recently that he's stepping up in a big way. He's been a part of the city, been a local guy, and it looks like he's choosing to stay here close to home, and he's actually becoming going to be selling real estate here. So,
fantastic.
So yeah, we have a lot of great realtors in town, and we appreciate all the work they do. But in particular, I just love to see a 20-year-old guy say, you know what, he liked the community so much, obviously needs to make a living. Not sure what all else he's doing right now as far as education. I should know that since he's been to my house multiple times to hear about it. But he's a good guy, great guy, so I recommend giving him a shot. Like I said, we have a lot of good realtors. I don't want to pit anybody against. I think he's at Signature Real Estate, but you see a lot of home construction going on around here. Mm-hmm. And if you want to inquire about that, see Tipton Davis, 20 years old, hometown boy. Let's get behind him and support him and rally behind him. I've seen a lot of people sharing that on social media, and maybe the city can share that too, showing how a city employee and a Sullivan High School grad is now trying to get out and continue to make a difference here from the professional side, the private side here in our community. So Tipton, best of luck to you, brother.
Absolutely.
And I don't plan on selling my house or moving. That's been a question. Mayor, are you going to roll down and move out of here? The answer is no, we're not selling.
Well, that's good.
We want to be here. We love the community, and we don't need a title of the mayor's office to have it. And but other people, we want to move to the community. Speaking of moving to the community, you've seen maybe on WTWO here recently, there's a new campaign launched, an I Am Sullivan campaign. Mm-hmm. And notable Sullivan residents and Stuart Smith, Dick Crooks, David Andre, they are the first three on the inaugural video, but stay tuned for other videos. We're going to have videos highlighting our local realtors, home building here in the city of Sullivan. Well, if you're wanting to start a small business here in the city of Sullivan, we're going to do a full blitz marketing campaign because we know how special it is. Mm-hmm. It's not just special, it's Sullivan special. Right. We know how special it is here in our community, and this is just to let the rest of the world know how great it is. And the momentum, the energy, it's more than a community. It's a movement. It's an initiative. And things are just getting better and better every day.
Thanks, my friend.
Thank you, brother.
We made it through.
We made it through, barely. Got a little late. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for watching. And most importantly, thank you for continuing to care about the less fortunate. Remember, it is Suicide Awareness Prevention and Mental Health Awareness Month here. These random acts of kindness, whether it's a smile, a kind gesture, you just never know the impact you make when you genuinely live by the city's motto, and that is taking time to care. God bless you. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a safe Labor Day, and we can't wait to see you for the October edition of First Friday Chat. Have a great weekend. Thank you.